Welcome back, everyone. It's Friday night, and we haven't just got one musketeer tonight or two. We have a full set. The boys are back in town.
The boys are back in town. The boys are back in town. I won't.
Yeah. Danny, I didn't know you could sing.
Well, I can't.
No, he can't. You know now.
Thanks for having me on the show. Thanks for having me on the show.
You know he can't sing now, Paul. You know he can't sing now, mate.
Well, I'll tell you what, Richard, there's one good thing. Happy Friday, Rich. Guys. I'm afraid I've got coffee, but there you go. Chink, chink, chink.
You wimp, Paul. You wimp.
Listen, I've got some confessions to make tonight.
Oh God,
Mrs. Thorpe's away. But what I was going to say,
Paul,
Danny,
can I stop you?
Go on.
You do realise there's going to be about 10,000 people watching this before you make any confession. I just want to give you that warning, mate. Just that little bit of legal advice.
Yeah, look what happened to the other fella at the Coldplay concert, mate. Don't confess too much, mate.
Exactly. Be very careful, Paul.
Lovely to see everyone in the room. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Richard. Good evening, Danny. So what I was going to say, Richard, is the good news about Danny singing. There's absolutely no chance of a copyright strike.
Absolutely not.
Do you know what? I rushed around to get on this live. Just to be abused by me 2 months.
You're going to get dogs abuse, Danny, from the moment you get on to the moment you leave. You know it.
No, Danny, I've got to ask you a question because this doesn't make any sense to me, right?
I'm married, Paul.
Oh, I'll save that for another day. Danny, you live in a beautiful part of Spain. You've got a nice place. You've got a nice life. Why do you go on holiday in Spain?
Well, do you know what? Most of the time we just chuck all the stuff in the back of the car and we have a drive. But obviously today I'm in Tenerife. Look, I'll quickly show you around here. You might have seen this before, Paul, actually.
Let's have a look around.
Look at this beautiful little place that I'm in. And we've got
is that one of your weekend gaffes, Danny, or what?
Yeah, mate. You know, when they're at servicing the yacht in Monaco, I'll pop over here, you know, just, believe that, you believe anything, mate.
So what, have you hired it for a week or what?
I'm balancing on top of a candle holder.
Did you hire it for a week or what have you done?
No, it's a friend of mine. I used to live here, funny enough. I used to live in this area, literally just behind here. And go on.
Richard, he's got more than 2 friends.
Well, I mean, I'm disappointed. I mean, you could have come and stay at my gaff. I mean, I've got a lovely shed.
I'm going to be honest with you, Rich. You've never invited me, mate. You never invited me to yours. So I've not.
That's a fair point. That's a fair point.
To be fair, and Paul, he don't invite me to his house, so I've got to, take the bull by the horns and turn up at Tenerife. I've only literally just landed here, so I'm watching this on an iPhone, so I can't see any of the comments because I'm blind at the best of times. But I can't.
Yeah, your eyesight's not that good normally, Danny, is it?
Well,
to be fair,
you know what?
No, look, it's about the size of a matchbox this tonight.
People keep saying to me, I look miserable. Do you know why? I'm looking at the comments and I'm squinting, I'm going, oh, by the way, did you see Jeremy Cole on Andrew, is it Andrew Gold?
No, I didn't see it.
Yeah, Andrew Gold. Yeah, I didn't watch it. Yeah, I've seen clips of it. I haven't seen all of it. Yeah,
it was quite funny. He was he was talking about his Botox, right, and how he can't smile or frown. It was quite funny, to be fair. I'll tell you a little story about Botox, shall I?
Well, you done one live once, didn't you? You went and had it done, didn't you?
Yeah, I did one live once. So I'll tell you a little story about Botox. I've had a little bit over the years, right? Now, I'm not ashamed to admit that. Not a lot, but like, look, listen.
Oh, can I start? Oh, mate.
Go on.
You really need to get your money back.
Did you keep
this is a good story. This is a good story, right? So, like all the girls have a little bit of Botox. And they said to me, Dad, why don't you have a bit of Botox around your eyes? Get rid of them claws feet, right? I went, no, I'm not doing all that. And they went, go on. Anyway, they talked me into it, and I was really impressed with the results. I went from looking 50 to 49 and a half, right? So I thought I'll crack on with this. I'll have another go. Anyway, I got a little bit into it. This is in my early 50s, right? And about once every 6 months, I'm having a little bit done, right? This is a true story. So me and my wife have gone on a cruise. We were on a cruise and they're advertising special offer on Botox, right? So I thought, yeah, okay, I could do a little top up. I'll nip in there on board, you know, like sitting on a cruise ship, like in between stops. So I went in there and there was this beautiful Argentinian nurse. She was Argentinian. And she said to me,
she could
lay
be
down.
watching this. Your wife could be watching this, mate.
I know. No, she won't. I've told her. I've told her, she knows. So I've got in there and I've laid down. She's given me a few jabs. She's gone, there you go. See how it goes 24 hours. If you're not happy, come back, I'll do you some more. So the next day I'm looking in the mirror and I'm thinking, now there's not a lot going on there. I'll nip back for a second go, right? Had a second bout. Same thing the next day, nothing. I thought, she's got water in them jabs. Nothing's going on, right? So I've gone back for a third lot. 2 days later, I'm like that. My face is like concrete, right? And it was like something out of a comedy sketch. My wife, you know, I was waking up and my wife's going, morning, I'm going, like that. It took about 3 weeks to start wearing off. I've never touched it since.
No.
I don't know what she used, but it was slow effect. Slow effect. 3 days I was like a statue. Jenny, good evening, Jenny. Have a Baileys. Yeah, I'm on a coffee tonight. Terry, good evening. James, the boys are back in town. Pat's, your missus is watching, Paul. If she is, love you, Mrs. T. Miss you. She's gone back to the UK for a couple of days to see her parents and some of our grandchildren. So whilst the mice is away, the cat has to look after all the animals. I've got to tell you, all this hoovering, washing, cooking and cleaning up dog's mess ain't all it's cracked up to be. Dear, oh dear, what an absolute...
I thought you'd been a bit quiet.
Oh, mate, I didn't realise what it took to keep an house going, honestly.
Yeah, it's not just plugging the old lights into the wall, mate.
No, mate, no, there's a bit more to it than that. Right, so let's have a look. Lady Sarah is having a glass of Malbec. Good evening, lads. Hope you're all well. Good evening, Maureen. Sean. Time for Tracy Chapman. Track gonna be a revolution. OAP6. Hi, Paul, Danny, Richard. Nice to see you all back together again. Now, obviously, as people know, Danny wants to kind of drop a bit of a shoulder when it comes to the politics. But what I think we can do tonight, we can talk about some of the events that took place last night in Essex. Now, the first thing that struck me, lads, I don't know if you know this, Danny, but AY Audits, who watches this channel and often pops a note in the stream, in the messages, he had 80,000 people watching live last night.
Yeah, live. Yeah, I see it, mate.
80,000.
You sent me the link. You sent me the link.
Unbelievable, Danny. So well done to AY_Audits for having 80,000 people live. That is the biggest live audience that I think I've ever seen on YouTube.
Yeah.
Now, what that proves to me, lads, right, it proves one thing without a question of any doubt. Public interest. Because I tell you now, we won't have 80,000 people watching us tonight.
No.
About 80 people if we're lucky.
Well, we got just under 1,000 at the moment. So if you haven't already done so, everyone, please give us a thumbs up. Go on, Richard.
No, I think with what was happening in Epping, I think a lot of it is everybody likes a bit of ag. You know what I mean? Coronation Street's over. You know, Emmerdale Farm's over. Oh, there's a bit of ag down in Epping. Let's get on and watch it. So I think that's part of it as well. And you know, that'll have gone round Essex like wildfire. And it'll go on all over the country. You know, I mean, people watching it in Northern Ireland, people commenting in Northern Ireland. Like when Ballymena was kicking off, people were watching it all over the UK, all over the world, in fact. You know, so I think...
Well, both myself and Paul
like
were watching it, Rich.
Yeah.
Both of us were watching it. We're in Spain.
Yeah. You know, so I think it's public interest in it, and it's just nosiness. You don't want to miss something, especially if it's live. You think, oh, what's going to happen next? Let's just be honest.
Well,
that's where we all are.
I was going to say,
you know what I mean?
I was going to say, let's be honest. YouTube and a bit of drama, people love it, don't they? Let's be frank. You know,
dirty laundry, Paul. Dirty laundry.
Exactly. Couple of comments here. The Trash Panda, hi from MAGA in the Washington State. Big up, thank you very much. And a great message from Kelly. Has Danny asked about his audio yet?
Guys, can you just let me know that you can hear me okay?
Kelly,
I'm new to this YouTube stuff, mate.
That's a cracker, Kelly, but he'd already got that one out of the way before we came live.
Do you know what? I started a live stream like that yesterday. Can everybody hear me all right?
Sandra,
I'm going to remember you, mate.
Sandra needs to go to Specsavers. What a handsome trio, but thank you anyway, Sandra. Really appreciate that.
Get the compliments where we can get them.
Steve, great to see you all together again. We have missed that bloody belting. Lovely. Thank you very much. Sam, good evening. The Trash Panda, the Three Musketeers. I don't know about that. The Three Incompetents, I reckon.
Well, I thought you were going to say something else there, Paul. I'm not incontinent yet. Not incontinent yet.
That was the word I was going to use. By the way, this getting older, like, I'll tell you what, it's no fun. Can I just tell you, guys, I woke up this morning and this finger, right, wasn't working. And when I say it wasn't working, it wasn't working. I couldn't move it. I couldn't feel it. Whether I've been laying on it all night or I'd had it poked in some orifice somewhere, I don't know.
That's the worrying thought, Paul. You know what I mean?
I know.
It wasn't a chocolate finger when you woke up.
And Danny stayed over last night as well.
He just ignored it, didn't he, Danny? He just ignored it.
Now in Tenerife.
He just ignored
I'm thousands of miles away.
Ask Richard to your calves. Yeah, Richard, when are you going to come over and see us, brother?
Well, do you know what? I've been honestly, I've really been mega busy. I'm doing this documentary on Ballymena. That's taken forever to get it. Well, you know, it's like, Paul, you've done them. It takes forever to get a documentary done. Yeah. So that's taken a lot of time. I'm doing a lot of stuff on the streets over here. Obviously, all the advanced stuff that we're doing, loads of family stuff, working with Tommy on the policing thing for 13th September. So what
can you tell us about that, mate?
I can't tell you what the route is or where we're going to go, but because obviously we keep that under wraps as long as we possibly can. But it's going to be central London for sure, and it's going to be amazing. I mean, it's going to, you know, there's been no expense spared from Tommy's team. The speakers that he's got, oh man, I mean, it's like it is. I'll say something, right? It is an event of a lifetime, and to miss it would be an absolute tragedy. So get there. Get yourselves to London. It's one day. You know, I know it's expensive. We know London's expensive. We know there's always hassle with getting transport and so on and so forth. But it's going to be something special. I mean, all of those events have been really special. But, you know, I think we can say Jordan Peterson's going to be there because that's been announced publicly. As far as I know, Ant Middleton's speaking. There's loads of others. I mean, Steve Bannon, just loads.
I did a video on Ant Middleton today. Let me just read this out. AJ Audits, thank you very much. Evening, guys. If you're talking about last night, actual coverage was arrested at the protest in Epping. No news whether he's been released yet. I did actually see that. Is that the guy that was arrested live on air? I think it is.
Is that AY Audits? AY Audits?
No. Actual coverage.
Oh, actual coverage. Okay.
And that's from AJ Audits.
Oh, that's from AJ. So which one's actual coverage?
Do you know what? I was watching it last night. But someone got arrested. He dropped his camera.
Yeah. And they nicked him.
Yeah. Cop Watch, I've been a member for 15 months. Thank you very much, Steve Smith. Good to see the lads back together.
I think. Do you know what, Paul? I mean, you know, obviously we don't go too heavy, but I think some of the stuff that happened yesterday was very, very sus. I mean, that I don't know if you saw that lad getting hit by the van. That lad is lucky to be alive. Yeah, I mean, and again, I mean, when he got hit, if he hadn't, he must have been a youngish fella. If that had been, honestly, I'm not being funny. If that had been one of us, maybe he's a bit older,
that would have killed me. It would have killed me. Yeah,
not as light on your feet. We'd have been under that vehicle, and we'd have been dead. And that's, I think somebody should. I think one of those officers. I think the officer driving that van should be arrested for at least driving. You know, reckless driving. It was. Well, I was
going to say, it's, yeah, very reckless, very dangerous, and yeah. I mean, just going back to Ant Middleton, I did a video on Ant today saying that you know, his chances for the London mayoralship. I don't think there's enough Indigenous Brits left in London to win in that election. Do you, Danny? What do you think?
I've not really followed it, Paul. I'm going to be honest with you. I would say that Sadiq is not particularly popular, but I'm not really.
That's an understatement.
Well, you know me with me politics now. I'm not going to get involved in it, but I don't really. I've not really followed it, Paul. To be fair, I do know that he's going for it, and you know, but I don't know what his chances are. I really don't know. I've not got any. I can't really help you with that.
I think the sheer demographics, Richard, say that it's going to be a really uphill struggle for him to potentially win that.
Yeah, I mean, you see, well, again, and I'm not across it because, again, it's not my city, it's not my place. You know, I'm not going to be voting it, so I'm not. I'm just, and I know it's really important. I know it's really important to get rid of that absolute scumbag Sadiq Khan. But I think with Ant Middleton, Ant's a bit like Trump. You know, Ant could be the UK's Donald Trump because he's got that same sort of no nonsense attitude. And again, when he joined Reform, I was thinking, man, what you doing? He didn't join Reform, did he? He spoke at the last conference. I'm thinking, what you doing, man? I says, you know, just come out of the dark side. Come with us. You know what I mean? But I think Ant's a very, very popular, likable person, right? And I think he could do it if he gets, or if the Conservatives stand down. If Reform,
but they're not going to do that, are they? Though
I don't know. Well, here's the thing. Well, here's the thing, right? So if Ant stands as an independent, right? So he's not standing for Advance, he's not standing for UKIP, he's not standing for Reform, he's not standing for the Tories, and everybody in those parties stand down. There is a chance, and the Conservative Party say, "Yeah, vote for Middleton. Yeah, Reform, vote for him." Now that's what the right need to start looking at doing across the board. But if they do it in London, and he manages somehow to get the black churches, the black Christian community on board, who are by default conservative in their thoughts and beliefs, probably quite. I mean, they would share, you know, beliefs with us. They would believe exactly what we believe. So,
well, we have a lot of them at the events, don't we?
Of course, we do. That's what I mean. So, if you get the black church involved, you get the sort of middle Englanders that are left in that area for, you know, that will be able to vote, because not every single person that's not British by birth votes. So, you know, I would say if Boris Johnson could do it, why not Ant Middleton? I know it's 10 years ago or whatever it was since Boris did it, but why not?
Yeah. The other thing I was going to talk about, Danny, have you seen this about the 16-year-olds being able to vote?
Yeah, I heard that a couple of days ago, mate.
Yeah, apparently they're going to give 16. What's your view on that? Do you think people are ready to vote at 16?
A desperate move, isn't it? In my opinion, at 16, no, you're not. In my opinion, you're not. You can't drive a car at 16. You know, you can't go in a pub at 16. Well, not on your own. You can't
buy a packet of fags.
Well, that's exactly right. So why would you be allowed to vote? But, you know, again, not a lot of things are making sense to me, mate. Do you know what? I'm actually quite glad now I've sidestepped politics, because I find that now I don't watch the news so much, and I don't.
You're less stressed.
Yeah. Do you know what? You start looking at the world slightly differently, and it's quite a nice change, because I'll go back on my Facebook posts, and I've been commenting on politics now for 12 years. A thing come up the other day, 12 years ago, that I was commenting on politics. You know, it's not a new thing to me. And now I've decided. Well, I haven't decided. You know what happened? Richard knows what happened. I've made that decision to sort of step away from politics. I'm not really keeping in the loop with it now, which isn't, you know. But I still feel I feel
Danny,
happier for
Danny, that's absolutely fine, mate. And look, I respect you for being honest and upfront with that, and it's perfectly fine. But people were continually messaging me saying, please, 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 can you boys back together? You know, look, I'm still doing what I do. Richard's still doing what he does, and we all respect each other's.
Yeah, we know the score now. Do you know what I mean? People know that I won't talk about politics now, and I can't just change that now. I've sort of made that firm. What'll happen in the future, I don't know. As I say, at this time,
and we know,
right now,
and we know the threat of the missus, she'll kill you. So come on.
Well, and to be fair, she might watch this, so I'll get a kick in, and I don't want a black eye for me holiday. Do you know what I mean?
Sophie, you want to hear what he just said a minute ago? Oh dear!
Before we went on air.
Yeah, Kevin.
One last thing, Paul. One last thing.
Yeah.
When you and Rich don't feel that you can't talk about politics, I'll just sit back and watch the show like I'd be watching it if I was watching it on the telly and not part of it. So you carry on, and you need to talk about it, mate. You carry on, no problem.
Exactly. Kevin Massey, did anyone see Ben Habib calling Tommy a pioneer on Hearts of Oak podcast? Yeah, well done, Ben. And that is why I support Ben. Richard, 16-year-olds, what do you think?
Well, it's like Danny said, it's a desperate grasping at straws. It was in the Labour Party's manifesto. They did threaten to do it. I think it's ridiculous. But I also think it could bite them on the backside, because I think 16-year-olds are more likely to go for the extremes. So you're more likely to have 16-year-olds voting for somebody on our side or voting for Corbyn's lot. That's what's going to happen. The thing that does worry me is what, you know, and again, I'm not across this, but what is the demographics of 16-year-olds today? You know, how many of them would be from the preferred demographic, you know, and that would be a worry, because what you don't want is those really extreme parties getting a lot of traction because they've got 16-year-olds voting for them. But I don't know. I mean, I would imagine the next election in 2029, the Labour Party, the progressives, the lefties, they're going to pull out all the stops on all fronts. They'll probably have pacts between the Lib Dems, the Labour Party, because they know they're going to get a kicking. The Conservative Party, to me, is finished. They're dead. They're absolutely gone. So on the right, we need to sort something out. We need to get, you know, I know people are still digging Suella Braverman out, but we need to get the Suella Bravemans, Liz Trusses, not Jenrick, because I don't trust Jenrick, but there's some good people still in the Tory party. Nick Timothy's playing a blinder on the Islamophobia bill. So we need to find a way of winning, no matter what this government do, and no matter what this party do. It's like what they did in America. You need to make it too big to rig, which is what Trump did. He just made the vote so massive he couldn't beat it.
What do you think the Tories will have up their sleeve? Do you think they'll have anything up their sleeve?
A hanky to wipe away the tears.
Oh dear! By the way, guys, I watched an amazing little fun fact yesterday. Totally off topic, but this is really interesting. A real random one for you. Anyone remember the murderer from the 1960s or 1970s, Gary Gilmore? Does that name ring a bell?
Yeah. I know all about it.
Remember the name Gary Gilmore?
Yep.
Do you remember that name, Danny, in America?
No, mate. The name rings a bell, but I can't put anything to it, you know?
There was a song by a punk band called The Adverts called Looking Through Gary Gilmore's Eyes. So that tells you what. Yeah. So Gary Gilmore was a notorious killer. And when he got whatever happened to him, electric chair or injection or whatever it was, I'm not sure how they done him, or even shot, I can't remember. But anyway, they done him in. He gave his eye, he got an eye transplant. Well, somebody was the beneficiary of getting Gary Gilmore's eyes. And the song by The Adverts went, I'm not going to sing it because I don't want to do it, Danny, but it was just looking through Gary Gilmore's eye. Gary don't need his eyes to see, because Gary and his eyes have parted company. That was the chorus of the song. It's a brilliant song.
So thanks for that background, Richard. That's brilliant. Gary Gilmore. No, I mean it, Richard, because you've given the viewers a bit of context. Now, this is the really interesting part, right? Gary Gilmore chose to have a firing squad.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
He was, I think, one of the last to be executed by firing squad, and he chose that execution. Now, when the priest went up to him for his last words, they said to him, "Do you have any last words?" And he said, "Let's do it." Right? Let's do it. Those were his last words. Years later, one of the guys that was a witness, you know, they have witnesses. One of the guys that was a witness to the execution owned a company, and he was looking for a logo for his company. Do you know this story, Richard?
I do now.
I know where this is going now.
Yeah,
I know where this is going now.
Yeah.
Are we talking about the tip?
He couldn't think of a name for his company or a logo, and he'd never ever forgotten Gary Gilmore's last words, "Let's do it."
Brilliant.
He changed it to "Just do it."
Yeah.
And that's where the Nike. So when you look at Nike now, I'm never going to be able to forget Gary Gilmore.
Yep.
What a crazy story.
Paul, it's brilliant.
Where did that come from for you to bring that up today? What prompted that?
It was, you know, when you're at like 1 o'clock in the morning, you can't sleep and some random YouTube video pops up. I mean, I often go to bed and I'm watching like what I could be watching, I don't know, Only Fools and Horses. I fall asleep and I wake up and there's some random documentary on about Egyptian UFOs, and I'll sit there and I find myself watching some random video about UFOs in Egypt.
Yep. Well, do you know what? Gary Gilmore, there must be something about Gary Gilmore, right? Because there was a film, or it was either a TV miniseries or a film, and Tommy Lee Jones played Gary Gilmore. And remember those girls called Arquette or something? And one of the Arquette girls played his girlfriend in the thing. It was a brilliant. I don't really like prison movies. It was a brilliant prison movie. It was really dark, really gritty. And so there you go. So there's a little bit of culture on Gary Gilmore. There's a film made about him. The adverts did a punk song about him, and now you're making him famous with the Nike slogan. The Nike slogan is
unbelievable. That now listen, Danny.
If we did one saying just "let's do it" and start making trainers with "let's do it" on the side, do you think we'd get done for copyright?
I think we probably would. Now Lisa says if Danny sings again, she'll give us an upvote, and there are hundreds and hundreds of people in the chat saying the same thing.
Come on, Danny.
I need proof of that, Paul.
Danny, well, I can't improve your iPod. It's right in front of the screen.
I can't even remember what I sung earlier.
Hold on. I've got Ness and Dormer they want.
Who?
Ness and Dormer.
Who was he? What's Ness and Dormer? Paul,
it's your woman out of Gavin and Stacey.
I'll tell you what, we'll settle for knees up, Mother Brown. How's that?
I just can't.
Come on.
Oh, you're breaking up. Oh, you're breaking up.
Not even
Sophie has just texted me. It's on my screen because obviously I'm on my phone tonight. Do not sing. Imagine
using your wife as a human shield, Paul. Can you imagine? He's using Soph as a human shield. Do you know what I mean?
Have you joined Hamas?
That's what I was going to say. You know, you just imagine Danny sitting in the restaurant, right, and a lunatic comes in with an AK-47, and Danny just grabs hold of Soph. Take the bullet from me, baby.
She'll protect me, mate. She'll protect me.
On a more serious note, guys, Richard, me and Danny are really desperate for you to come over and see us. Bring your wife. We will split the cost to bring you over, and Danny will put you up. Danny will move into
Richard,
the spare.
That's how it always is. Honestly, I'm getting the text messages direct from Soph, so she's obviously watching this.
Watching live.
So,
Soph, give it to him, Soph. Soph, get in the chat. Soph, get in the chat and tell us something about Danny that we don't know.
She's obviously sitting in the lounge. Come out.
Come out.
Come and sit down.
Don't be shy.
Come on. We'll have a chat.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, do you know what? I am actually winning best backdrop of the day. because I'm looking at yours, and you know,
Rich,
it's not cutting it, mate.
right? As soon as I see it, I've got a bit of a Miami Vice vibe with it. You know, I can feel driving down Miami in a white Ferrari Testarossa with that sort of aluminum. I love it.
I don't need it, Danny. I don't need any Testarossa, mate. I've got enough of that.
She's coming.
There's
Jack. I've asked Rupert to come on. Unfortunately, I have not had a response.
She's here.
Soph,
hey, Soph.
Hi guys.
Soph, can you do me a favour, Soph?
Go on.
Could you tell us something? There's no one watching. Don't worry, right?
Yeah. It's only 5,000 people watching.
Can you tell us something about Danny that we don't know?
That will embarrass him hugely.
He eats with his mouth wide open, and I cannot stand it. It makes me feel sick.
No, he's out of fact.
Do you know what? That's because of pie and mash. That's because he likes pie and mash so much. You've got to eat that like that.
Rich, I love pie and mash, mate. As you know.
So do I.
It's my
mate, you educated me.
Yeah.
Do you not like
it?
So, can I ask you, what's it like now living with a YouTube celebrity?
Paul, it's actually embarrassing. We had a guy in the restaurant Thursday that came into the restaurant and was telling us all about he loves watching you guys and he can't believe he's in Danny's restaurant, and it was so embarrassing. Even all the staff walked away.
Yeah. Do you know what, Paul? What can I say, mate? What can I say? You know, I am available now for personal
lion taming, personal appearances.
I was just wondering who this guy was that was the YouTube celebrity.
Changing of nappies.
It's you, Rich. It's you, Rich, mate. Don't worry about that.
It's not me. It's not me.
Is he looking after yourself?
No, it's me looking after him, Paul. You know that.
I'm an old age person.
That's the way it always works.
She's only in her teens.
That sounds about right.
Do you want the bad news? In 10 years' time,
he'll be in a care home.
I know, yeah.
No, I'll tell you what, go on, Paul. What was you going to say?
I was going to say in 10 years' time, she'll have to wipe your bum, but I didn't want
To be fair, I thought you was going to say in 10 years' time, I'm going to be your age, Paul. Exactly 10 years' time.
Yeah, but saying that, I've already found the care home, so Paul, I'm already prepared for all of that. Don't worry.
Yeah,
she's in her pajamas here. I'm amazed she's actually shown herself to 25,000 viewers.
Daddy, have you got your will sorted, by the way?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, and she ain't in it. I can tell you that.
So, can I ask you one last question? What first attracted you to millionaire Danny Salmon?
Well, you said it all there, Paul. You said it all.
She was 21 when we got together, mate. 21. I was 42. And everybody, I've told this story on my channel, Danny in Spain, in case anyone's not subscribed. There's a cheeky plug. Right. So we went to Marks and Spencer's and we was going through to the checkout and we bought some stuff. Like she was 21 and I was 42. And we bought some stuff and put it on. And then she at the checkout grabbed a pack of Percy Pigs, right? The little sweets. And I said, oh, you don't want them. They're vile. And the woman that was doing the till, she said, you let your daughter have whatever you want, whatever she wants. Honestly, you let your daughter have whatever she wants.
She did. Yeah, highly embarrassing that was. Yeah.
Oh, well, I've got to give it to you, Danny. At least I mean, look, my wife's nearly 10 years younger than me. But I mean, you're
21 years, mate.
Yeah, you're a lucky man as well then, Paul, right?
I'm very lucky, so very lucky indeed. And she tells me that every day.
Yeah, and I do tell Danny every day.
Multiple times a day, to be fair, Paul. Anyway, good night, darling.
Anyway, I'm going. Lovely to see you all. Richard, lovely to see you.
All the best, Soph. See you.
See you later.
Soph.
Bye.
See you later. So, in all seriousness,
you know what, Danny? When you said when you said you
go on.
When you said you were 42 and she was 21, that line from Step to Son just popped into my head. You dirty old man.
Oh, you know what? I don't know why I come on this channel. I really don't.
You know what?
I know your biceps band, Jackson. You're in Tenerife, so you can't hit me with an uppercut, Danny. Do you know what I mean? You dirty
I'll see
old
you
man.
again soon, mate.
I will be watching Steptoe tonight in bed. That I guarantee it now.
I'm going to do it. So I'm going to
will.
Google. In fact, Paul, get that on. But we want that little quote before we go.
Oh dear. Oh,
yeah, he's already looking. I can see it. He's already looking.
Rich, carry on with the show.
No, I'm done. I'm out, mate. I'm out.
Oh no,
that was my punchline, mate.
No.
You know? It's one of those moments of madness. Just came to me. I thought I'm going to have to say this and take the chance. You know what I mean? But, anyway, lovely backdrop I've got here, boys. Union Jack, Churchill dog.
Rich, honestly, I love it. It looks really good.
It's not bad, is it? Maybe it's a bit too pink for me, but it's not.
Oh,
bad.
here we go. Here we go.
There you go. Did you hear that?
Let's hear it again.
Oh, you dirty old man.
You dirty old man.
Paul, you know when you phone me up tomorrow or whenever it is and say, do you want to do a live near? I'm busy, all right? Just to let you know now.
I'm gonna be that beeping sound, but you know, your call's got the voice.
Text. Yeah. Philip, what the police were doing at Epping last night is now going to be one of many riots around the country. I sincerely hope not, Philip. But watching the events last night, there were a couple of things that occurred to me. And I'm trying to remain very neutral here, if that's possible. I'm trying to remain very level-headed, very sensible. I have friends in the police force who I've been speaking to today, funny enough. 3 of them today I've been speaking to. I couldn't understand what went on last night. I have never, ever seen before police apparently offer a ride to counter-protesters. That's what it looked like to me. That's what Dan Wotton was saying earlier on. And watching the video, it looked to me like they were offering a ride to a group of known agitators, many of whom were wearing masks, and they took them, it seems, right to the spot where a confrontation was almost inevitable. Now, I don't understand that from an operational viewpoint, from a common sense viewpoint. That doesn't make sense. That's like Millwall playing West Ham United on a Saturday afternoon and marching one lot of hooligans into another.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that footage showed, Paul, because I'm not sure whether that was at the end of the actual event that they bust them in or at the beginning.
Well, apparently that was before and after. Look, Richard, if I'm wrong, I stand corrected. I'm not saying this is a fact. I'm saying that's what it seems.
Well, here's the thing. When UKIP were in Bristol and they were heavily outnumbered by Antifa, because obviously Bristol's a real lefty town, the police put them in vans. They didn't arrest them. They put them in vans to get them out of Bristol. That was about, a month ago or something like that. So, I mean, now, and here's another thing. Back in 2020, when the Black Lives Matter stuff was going on, and a whole lot of patriots went to London to say, look, we're not into this. We think all lives matter. It wasn't a racist thing. It was genuinely just lads saying we're not happy with this sort of communist race baiting nonsense, which is what it turned out to be. And my mate, who had worked undercover in Northern Ireland for many, many years, he told me that he saw.
Sorry, Richard, can I just stop you there for a minute? I must watch The Shining tonight.
After Steptoe and Son.
Oh, do you know what? I'm going to bed. I've had enough of this.
Here's Danny.
I've been chucked out. I've been chucked out of a lot better places than this and a lot earlier.
I'll leave you alone now, Danny. Go on, Richard. Sorry, carry on, mate.
Yeah, so my mate saw a whole lot of coppers dressed as football lads in the back of police vans the day of that event, and there was a little firm of football lads steamed into Trafalgar Square. Nobody knew who they were, and they started fighting with the protesters in Trafalgar Square. Now, that was in 2020. So there's a lot of strange stuff happens. And do you remember the iconic picture of the? I'm not sure which station it was. The iconic picture of the big, massive, tall black guy with a white guy over his shoulder that he'd rescued from a mob that was trying to beat him. Do you remember that? Do you remember? Anyway, that guy claimed he was a Millwall fan. All the lads I knew that were from Millwall didn't know him, right? And it turned out he was an ex-copper who basically worked going undercover against football firms. So there's a lot of very strange stuff goes on for sure. And so what I'm saying is I don't, and unless I know all the facts now. So what I'm saying is the two possibilities there, Paul. Right? There's one possibility that the police were deliberately stirring it. The command from somewhere had said we need to stir this up and cause a problem.
I can't believe that to be true. I can't.
Well, somebody at command level must have signed off on them getting in the vehicles for some reason. I think the most likely thing is that what we saw was them getting in the vehicles after the massive amount of disorder that had happened. The police got them in the vehicles and got them out. But maybe I'm wrong. I mean, it could be that the police were stupid enough to ferry them in and ferry them out. You know, so because I don't know, I'm going to speak to Wesley probably tomorrow sometime and find out, because Wesley was on the ground filming it all. So I want to have a chat with Wesley. I want to do an interview with Wesley and get him online and get him to explain exactly what happened when we both get the time and we can get it synced. So I want to hopefully do that early next week and find out exactly what was going on and what he knows. And I'll speak to some other people as well, because at the minute we're kind of speculating just on rumours that we're hearing on the internet, and that's what we complain about everybody else doing. So I'm just not sure what it was. I'm just going
by the video that Dan was showing.
I saw what Dan, but Dan can sometimes, and no disrespect to Dan, but he can sometimes go down rabbit holes. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not attacking him because he's a good lad. I mean, my goodness, he's far better broadcaster than I'll ever be. But sometimes you can go down rabbit holes and get it wrong. So I'm not sure that's what we were actually looking at. But maybe he is. I don't know, Paul. I don't know. I need to talk to people that were on the ground. And find
it's a question. It's a question.
It is a question. But it's not. But let's get it right. It's not beyond the realms of possibility the police would have done that to score.
I think it would have been more likely that they just pander.
We
know they pander.
It could be, but look at what they did in the miners' strike. You know, where they really kicked things off at Orgreave Colliery, made it into they called it the Battle of Orgreave, wrecked people's lives, and that precipitated the closing down of them. So what the state wants to do with this sort of disorder is make it look like something it's not. So they want to turn peaceful protests into riots if it suits their agenda, the deep state, without a shadow of a doubt. There's no doubt about that.
I have to believe for my own sanity that they wouldn't do that.
Well, I know they would. If it suits their agenda.
Can I just jump in here?
Yeah,
so
sure.
if you're still watching, you couldn't get us another beer, could you? I'm out, love. I don't know if you're still watching. Look, it's empty.
Gail Pinnock, thank you, Gail. Something run behind you, Paul, on the TV. 1.18 seconds. Looked like a mouse. Great to see you all together again. Do you know what? It was probably one of the cats, to be fair.
Could you?
The Trash Panda, thank you. You are now very popular out there, Paul, but attracting a lot of knockers. Why should call you Sam Fox? We should call you Sam Fox. Up the Fulham, bring back the Michael Jackson statue. No, you're all right, thanks. All there on the 13th, Paul O'Keefe. Cheers, Paul.
Do you know what? While we're on that subject, Paul, I touched on that yesterday, right? Or a day before. I've done a live on my channel. And do you know what? I'm getting sick of reading the negative comments, mate. And they're so incorrect.
We're just going to leave it alone, Danny. We're just, honestly, mate, I'm just not going to take any notice of it. Yeah.
Done with it.
Yeah.
I think, look, the bottom line is, if all they've got to do with the time is attack people that are on their own side, right? Then one, they shouldn't be in the movement. They should just go and do something else. Take up knitting, especially. I mean, most of this is by gossipy women of both sexes, right? Let's get it right. If I'm sitting here doing live streams, gossiping about, I don't know, flipping Paul or I'm just trying to think of people randomly, Liam Tufts or whoever. If I'm just being a gossip about people who are doing really well with their videos and in the movement, I'm just a dickhead, basically. you know, and that's just the truth of it. So I just ignore them. If anyone wants to dig me out, they can dig me out all they want. You know, they'll be blocked on my phone. They'll be blocked on all social media. So they'll be talking to their mates about me. I don't care, because we've got a country to save. I ain't got time for it. Don't have time for people that are going to be backbiting, backstabbing. If people backstab my mates, I'll go at them 100%. But people backstab me, I don't care. Just ignore it. Because let's get it right. I mean, you know, nobody could have backstabbed me any worse than I've been backstabbed. So I mean, you know,
I just personally don't like talking about other people. But there you go. David Crosby. Cheers, David. Hi, lads. Tommy should invited Band Culture Schoolgirl and Jerry Halliwell Spice Girl to march in September in their UK flag dresses. I think the young lady has been invited, hasn't she?
Yeah, as far as I know. And again,
and she's accepted.
And she's been getting dogs abuse from the lefties. Her and her dad have been getting absolute dogs abuse from the lefties.
Can you imagine abusing a 12-year-old?
It's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting.
They have no morals, do they?
No, they are the lowest of the low, and that's why we've all got to stick together, and we've got to make sure that we, you know, our enemies are the extremists and the leftists. They're the people that we need to defeat.
The two Tilly Tandem Travels, thank you very much. Saw a video of police actually brought in anti-protesters in their vans and then even bust them out afterwards. How is that even legal or lawful?
Well, we need answers to that.
That's what it looks like to me.
I need to have a look at the footage because I haven't seen enough of it to know exactly what went on.
Best Black, cheers, Bess. I wonder if M&S will be boycotted by those who do not like eating little sweetie piggies. Is AY Audits in the chat tonight? AY, if you're in the chat, let me know.
He's probably out celebrating, Paul. With a bottle of very expensive champagne, the amount of lives and views he got.
And he hasn't got a massive, I think he's only got, I don't think he's got a massive amount of subs, so he don't.
80,000 people on the live. Can you imagine?
It would have been sharing, wouldn't it? It would have been shared quite heavy.
Yeah. But I think that's great. You know, and that's what's, you know, that's what you can do if you just hit the sweet spot with something, you know.
Jazzy B, love to Ant Middleton. He would make a great London mayor, wouldn't he, Jazz?
I think so. And if he doesn't, I mean, the thing is with Ant, if he doesn't get elected as mayor, I don't think he'll give up. He's not. Listen, he's done SAS selection. He was a Marine commander. He was a para. He's done a lot. He's not gonna give up easy. So I think if he doesn't win because of the demographics, and I think that's the only reason he wouldn't win, then he should stick with it, get with a decent party like Advance, and stand as an MP in the next election.
Sadistic Atheist, you guys are technically the UK's Three Amigos. I'm just waiting to see you dance like Chevy Chase.
There's only one expert dancer in this movement, and it's not one of the three of us sitting down here.
It's our mate. It's our friend Liam.
Tufsy. Have you seen Tufsy dance?
Oh, dear, oh, dear.
Oh, man. I mean, good night. I mean, you know, the women love Tufsy. He's a mover. He's a mover and a groover. He's...
Spoke to my mother-in-law earlier on for the first time in a few weeks. She's 90 this weekend. And she was saying that she no longer feels safe enough to go out where she lives. She lives within a mile of 2 hotels. She used to have a walk every day and has now stopped taking that walk. 90 years old on Saturday.
Well, happy birthday to her.
Yeah, happy birthday.
To her. Tomorrow.
I'm at it now, Danny. Look.
Is that an earthquake? Is that an earthquake?
He's catching.
Is that an earthquake in Alicante?
There was an earthquake in Spain a few days ago. It was at sea. But they were worried about a tsunami. Yeah, 5.5. I mean, I didn't feel it, and it was in my area, but I didn't feel it at all. We've lost Paul. Or he's looking for the spider or whatever it was that crawled behind him.
You know the way we always get accused of grifting, right? But just while Paul's recovering from the earthquake there, guys, this is a disaster. We want a GoFundMe started straight away for the Paul Thorpe Earthquake Fund. Look, the screen is still shaking. He's going to have to get his house completely rebuilt.
That's the tremors after. That's the after tremor.
The only thing is, what will Mrs. T think about the earth moving for you, Paul? That's what I'm worried about, mate.
Oh dear. Been a while since the earth moved, I'll tell you. Let's have a look. Lucy says, if you can't stand as an MP until you're 18, you shouldn't be able to vote until then. Look, going back to that.
Good point.
I mean, my view is, when I think back when I was 16, what did I know about the world? Absolutely nothing. What did I think I knew about the world? Absolutely everything. And the thought of giving 16-year-olds a vote to me is insanity. Absolute insanity. To think that the future of our country could be decided on the opinions of children.
Absolutely. And let's get it right,
just
Paul.
Crazy.
16-year-olds are children now. When we were 16, we were blokes, really. Do you know what I mean? I was, certainly the same height as I am now. And, so, what's that?
Brilliant. Not so much of the old, right? I'm young. I'm younger than you, Rich, aren't I?
Yeah, Danny, but you're still not young, mate.
No, I know. But I've got to play on this. I know.
You're still a dirty old man.
Claire Bear, they only want to lower age to 16 because a lot of kids follow their parents, and that will bring in more Muslim votes. Claire Bear, one of my treasured mods, thank you very much. Hope all is well for you. Edward says Joel Starmer.
I'd love to.
Jennifer Lidbury, conscription, Paul. I have huge concerns for my grandsons. I thought they'd do this. I say no. I wouldn't trust this government with the life of a guinea pig, let alone my grandchildren.
Absolutely agree. Totally.
Sharon, Danny, we know why, and we just love you. Biggest of respect to you and your family. Safety come first, hon. Very nice, Sharon.
Yeah,
thank you.
That's got to be an old message, isn't it? Because we was talking about that a while ago. But thanks, Sharon. Appreciate that.
Danny, I've got so many messages coming in. There's nearly, where are we? 1,700 people watching. Thank you very much, guys. Please give us a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. That would be really, really much appreciated. Let's get down a little bit further on the chat, shall we? Try and get a bit up to date. I try and stay away from Egyptian UFO stream. Oh dear. Do you know what? This is honestly, this is true, right? I'm not even joking. This is true, right? Sometimes my wife wakes me up and says to me, "What are you watching?" And I say, "What? I wasn't watching anything. What do you mean? What am I watching? I was asleep."
Do you know what?
Well, listen, you can't just leave that hanging there, Paul. No, hold on, Danny. You can't just leave that.
What was you watching?
You can't leave that hanging there. What actually were you watching, Paul? That's what we want to know.
What was you watching, Paul?
Well, there's probably something come up like, I don't know. I mean, YouTube just goes from one random
Egyptian
video
UFOs.
to another. 1 minute it's Egyptian UFOs, the next minute it's like women in lingerie, right? And she'll wake up, of course.
They don't pop up on my channel, mate.
Yeah, they don't pop up on mine either, funny enough, Paul. That's a strange one.
Yeah, Paul, I think we need to have a chat, mate. No, listen,
right,
when Sophie, she watches her girly stuff, Sophie, right? She watches her girly stuff, and I watch proper things. She's probably still watching, so she's going to come out and punch me in a minute. But whenever I walk into the lounge when she's watching something, right? Whenever I'm walking into the lounge when she's watching, she's telling me off. She's watching Rudy stuff. Yeah, on the program. Seriously, and she goes, "Oh, you always walk in at the wrong time."
Oh, now we know.
You have to. It's all coming out now. She's
Danny.
She's read.
if I was you, I'd put
Danny, I would just drop off the channel now, mate, because you're so.
Yeah,
listen, there's 3 bedrooms here. Carter's in one.
That's if you can get back in.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, she's just said that. She's just locking the door.
The lock's changed. That's you. You're out on the balcony for 2 weeks, mate.
Cheers, everyone.
Just let know there's lots of comments on the chat about me getting a Birkin bag as well.
There is. There's loads of chat in the comments about Sophie getting a Birkin bag, which ain't going to happen.
Great, thanks.
Yeah.
There's only one room. There's only room for one YouTube celebrity in a marriage. So, Danny, pass the mic over, pal.
Yeah, that's true, mate. That's true.
Right.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Let's have a look. From wife to carer. Yeah, there you go. Look, Danny, I'll tell you what, mate. Look, yeah, Birkin. Look.
Yeah, Birkin bags. Yeah, listen, I'm going to go down to see the Looky Man tomorrow. Between me and you, down at the seafront. There's definitely genuine. I'm sure they are.
The trouble is, I think she's a bit too experienced for that.
If you go and ask a Lucky Man for a Birkin bag, you're going to get a hijab, aren't you? You're going to get a burqa, mate. You're not going to get a bag.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Actually, I'm going to make. Oh, Sophie has just texted me saying, "I can hear you." You know, we'll leave it like that.
I don't know if he's going to do this. Come here. Come on. I was going to show you the dog. See how he's taking to Spain. Look, where are you? Come on. Come on, up you come. Come and say hello, look. Come on. Come and say hello to Uncle Richard. Here he is, look. Oh, look. Here he is.
Is he a big rock? Is that a big Rottweiler?
Yeah. YouTube Rottweiler.
YouTube. Famous,
look. That's a beautiful dog, isn't it?
He's missing his mum. He's missing his mum. But we got a little Boston Terrier. This is the male-female thing, right? So we got the Rottweiler, 8 stone of idiot, right? We got a little Boston Terrier, a girl. The Rottweiler's a boy. So the wife's not here. So, you know, I get lonely. So the dog comes up in bed with us. You know what it's like. But the Boston Terrier won't let the Rottweiler in the bedroom. And he sits there looking around the corner like that. Can I come in? And the Boston Terrier, she's not having none of it. She's a right old bag, I tell you, she is.
See that bit there? Danny, see that bit there where he said she's a right old bag, right? Just clip that bit, right? And then just marry it up to something when he's talking about Mrs. T, right? And then we'll put that out as a video.
And 50 quid a month and we'll just leave it. I have actually got...
Danny, we'll keep it private. What we'll do, we'll keep it private, and then we'll send it to Paul. And if he doesn't give us loads of money, we'll put it out live on the next stream we do.
This is the Mrs. Meldrew of the dog world.
That's a good idea, Rich.
I think it works. Okay.
She's the Mrs. Meldrew.
Actually, I'll tell you what. Paul's been stitching me up a little bit here, right? So I'm just going to put it out there now. I'm going to put it out there now. At some stage tomorrow, I'm going to release a little video on Paul. It's only a few seconds long. And Paul knows that I've got this video and I've been holding it as ammunition, right?
Yeah.
It's only a few seconds long and I'm not going to explain anything. I'm just going to release it on my channel. So, Danny in Spain, right?
Well,
you will see it there tomorrow. While you're there, make sure you sub. But I'm going to put it up.
My excuse for that, I'm going to get it. I will do anything. I will do anything for my grandchildren. Can you hear me all right, boys?
Well, I can hear Paul, what you're doing there with that dog looks awfully like a hostage video. That dog's face.
She's an old girl. She's a daddy's boy, this one.
Just, you know, have you chopped one of her paws
Blink
off?
3 times if you're being held hostage.
Exactly.
She's going to order a pizza.
Yeah. And he's going to have a newspaper with the right date on it.
Go on, girl. There you go. Good girl. Yeah, she's getting old now.
Right, tomorrow I'm going to release it. I'm not going to tell you what time. I'm going to release this video tomorrow and everyone will love it. Make sure you comment. Make sure you comment on what you think. I mean, I don't know what's gone on. It was sent to me by a family member. Paul knows what it is. And I've been threatening to release it now for quite a while.
Just get it out there. Get it out there.
You know exactly what's going on, Danny. You know exactly what's going on. Greenfields, violence is not the answer. Amen to that.
Well, it depends on what the question is.
Yeah. It's hard to stay level-headed when you find out the police bringing in the anti-protesters. That's what a lot of people are saying.
Well, that's what I mean. I need to find out if that's absolutely 100% nailed on what's happened. That's what I need to do. I need to know that that's true. I wouldn't be surprised because I've seen it happen before. In fact, worse. I mean, what they did in 2020, where they actually bust in people dressed as football hooligans. I mean, you know.
Well, for me, the worst thing that I've seen was at Trafalgar Square.
The Palestinian flag.
Yeah, that was terrible policing.
What? Yeah, I've spoke to them about that.
That was shocking. Yeah. I mean, that could have caused all sorts of problems.
Well, the thing, I'll be honest with you, Paul. You know, it was me and a few others stopped that turning into a riot. That's just the truth. You know, we got out there because obviously people know me because I've done it for so long. You know, people actually listen to me. But the reality is, it's not my job to do that. Do you know what I mean? But we put ourselves across the road, and we've done that so many times, so many different events. We've stopped things kicking off.
Yeah.
You know.
I still can't get to the end of the comments. SAFC Tom. Thank you, Tom. Brilliant channel. Big respect to Paul and Danny too. And Richard. Thank you very much.
Oh, in fact, yeah, thumbs down. Where's my name in that, mate? Come on.
Cheers, mate.
SAFC
Cheers, Tom.
Fell out with him. Sunderland fan. What do you expect?
AJ Aldrich, cheers, mate. Richard, the boys want you out in Spain to referee their boxing match. Don't fall for it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Come on, Rich.
Yeah,
when are you
coming?
coming?
I'll do refereeing.
And it, Rich, gone a bit quiet.
I'll do refereeing. I'll do refereeing on that.
Can you commit to coming out with the wife?
Not yet, mate. No, I've got so much on. Honestly, it's chaos. It's chaos and mayhem everywhere at the minute. So obviously, I'd have to consult with the higher authority anyway. You know.
The Grim Reaper. If a 20-year-old man can get away from SA, as his mind was not developed, then how can a 16-year-old vote? The Grim Reaper. Thank you very much for that.
Yep.
David Crosby, have the Mad Moroccans reached you yet, Paul? I've got to be honest with you. Look, obviously, I've seen all about it, but I've not seen anything.
How far down is that, Paul? Is that right down near Gibraltar?
I'm not even sure,
mate. No,
Mercia.
You're talking about Mercia. Yeah,
that's
where I live.
Mercia?
That's where I live. Right? It's not far from Paul, but it's about an hour from me, and probably about an hour from Paul. To be fair, we're sort of probably 45 minutes, 50 minutes each way, sort of thing.
What towns are in Mercia, Danny? What
didn't you hear him chanting?
It's massive, Mercia.
Didn't you hear him chanting? We want Danny. We want Danny.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, look, right. I think it was an isolated incident that's obviously gone viral.
Yeah.
Not heard of anything since. And I think if the Guardia Civil get involved with the next one, you will find it will never happen again. That's all I'm going to say. I know how they operate.
They don't mess about, do they?
They are a different level, mate. Here, I'll tell you. A different level.
I mean, it's very sad what's happened to our police back home, isn't it? It's very sad.
Well, I just don't recognise them anymore, mate.
No. And there are some good coppers. We all know there's some good coppers. But on the whole, it's been totally politicised and totally destroyed by political correctness and just the madness that's going on at the minute.
The thing is, there's one thing that I'll never, ever forget, ever. After one of my incidents, one of my robberies, when I was arrested for defending myself, a detective from Sussex Police, his own words were as follows, and I quote him word for word. He said, "Paul, we're not interested in guilt or innocence. That's for a jury to decide."
Wow.
Now, think about what he said there. We're not interested in guilt or innocence. That's for a jury to decide. What that told me was they'll nick anyone.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they don't care if you're guilty or innocent. Let a jury decide on it.
Yeah.
So they're prepared. That to me, that message to me said, look, we're quite happy to put you up on offer.
Yep.
And if you went away and you're innocent, it's nothing to do with us. That's down to the jury. That's bullshit.
It's crazy, isn't it? Absolutely crazy. Yeah. Absolutely.
And from that day on, all of my respect for the police has gone out the window. Pauline Pace told you all, ignore the negative remarks. Sour grapes. Jealousy is such a negative emotion. Pauline, thank you, sweetheart. Good old Ian, another one of our treasured mods. Thank you very much, Ian. Richard, remember the dog on the train? Yes, we do, Richard.
Ian,
Ian, I'll have to jump in now.
Just look over my shoulder.
The pug.
Look. It's on the wall. The pug's on the wall. It's there. Got it.
Rich
Stuffed it.
A t-shirt.
Stuffed it. Put a Union Jack t-shirt on it.
Yeah, Rich.
Cigar.
Maybe use a different word.
No, I use that word deliberately.
Right, guys, I've done a lot of rabbiting. Richard, why don't you host for a few moments? We got 1,600 people watching, mate. Come on.
Do you really want to lose your channel, Paul?
No. Come on, Richard. Tell us, come on. Give us something. Tell us something about yourself that we don't know.
Oh, come on, Paul. That's a terrible thing to ask a man on a Friday night when he's had a couple of beers. All sorts of dodgy stuff could come out. I think everybody knows everything about me, so it would be a very boring monologue if I started telling people about me. I think, to be honest with you, Paul, I think it's just great to get us all back on this stream together.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think we've got the balance. I think what we've done tonight, we've got the balance, right? Because look, I'm a complete politics nerd. You are as well, Paul. We're obsessed by this stuff, right? But we've had a laugh. It's been lighthearted. We haven't, and again, obviously, Danny, we respect totally where you're coming from, and we don't want to put you in a position where you're thinking, "Oh, flip, they're talking about this all the time." So I think to get back and do this together again, to me, has been really, I'm really,
Yeah.
I've sent my wife about it. I was looking forward to it. It's been a great show, and we've had a laugh, and we took the mick out of each other, and that's what it's all about, and that's what people loved. But I think, from my point of view, I've got to talk about politics. I've got to talk about what I'm passionate about. Otherwise, I just sit there saying nothing, because I'm obsessive. If I'm obsessed with something, I'm obsessed with something, and that's just the way I am. So yeah, I think it works. And again, as long as you're okay with it, Danny, I don't think we've crossed any lines to.
Well, I think the word.
Yeah.
I think the word balance is.
I'm happy when it gets political. When it gets political, I'm happy to sit back and watch it, like I'd be sitting in the lounge watching you two talk. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm happy to do that.
Exactly.
So it's no problem at all. We haven't crossed any lines at all.
No. And I think here's another thing as well. And I'm going to get serious here, right? I think what you went through, Danny, and again, I don't think all these, and we don't really want to go on about them, but all these idiots that have been, nasty and mean spirited. They have not been arrested by the counter-terrorist branch, right? That is an extremely now I haven't been either, but I've had dealings with,
Tommy has
police. Lots. Tommy has, yeah, and I've had dealings with a lot.
And
with
Tommy didn't give his pin, right?
Yeah,
because that's Tommy, right? And we're not talking politics now. I'm talking about a person in the same sort of boat. I gave my pin. I was, up front. There was nothing for me to hide, to be fair.
Yeah.
Tommy didn't, and look what's happened to him now. He's facing that charge next year.
Absolutely, it's a terrorism charge.
Whether that collapses or not is a different thing.
Well, I mean, I think that legislation. I mean, we could go down a real rabbit hole a bit. I think that legislation itself, was not designed for people like us. It was designed for real terrorists. And the reality is, this legislation has been absolutely abused. And what they've done to you is a liberty. I've heard of. In fact, I tell you, Callum Webster, right? He used to work with Sargon, and he won't mind me telling you this. He's not hiding it. And he does little videos. He goes to really weird places. He's been to Afghanistan. He's been to Iraq. He's been to Russia. He's been all over the world, right? Come back, never been lifted once. He went to America, came back from America, and he was lifted and questioned under counter-terror legislation when he came back from America. And he said to them, this is what he said to them. This is what Callum said to them. He said, look, he says, why aren't you asking me about Afghanistan? He says, the Taliban were taking me around and showing me everything. Why aren't you asking me about that? We're not interested in Islamic terrorism. That's what they said to him. That's what they said to this guy. They were more interested in what was going on in America. So there's something very sinister going on with this counter-terrorism legislation. And the fact that you got pulled in, Danny, I thought it was an absolute affront. It was taking liberties. But I also think it was because you're a very straight guy. You're flipping straight down the line. You've never been, you've played the game straight right the way through. They knew that doing that would basically get a reaction, and everyone would go, well, if they lift Danny, like, I'm talking to all sorts of people all the time. They're gonna grab me for something, and it's about spreading fear throughout the movement. And with me, I just don't care. I literally have zero time for that sort of policing. And if they lifted me, I'd give them a pin number up as well, because I've nothing on my phone that I wouldn't be concerned about. The reason Tommy didn't give his phone details up was he had people on his phone that were from those documentaries that we made that were victims of the grooming scandal, right? And if that got into the wrong hands, they'd be very. And of course,
Richard, just let me stop you there. That's an ongoing case.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter, because that's not what it's about, Paul. It's not a question of whether he didn't give his pin up. That's it. It's a shut and close thing. I mean, at the end of the day, they've charged him. He didn't do it, but the reason he didn't do it was because of the grooming. It's as simple as that, because there was people, and he said that publicly, numerous times. So that is the whole problem with this. This is this two-tier policing, using the law to intimidate people. We're living in a totalitarian state, and I'll be honest with you, all I can do is push back at it as much as I can with whatever influence and power I've got. I'll push back all day, every day against these people, because I think what they've done to you, Danny, was absolutely disgusting. What they've done to Tommy's disgusting, and that's where we all need to. I'm going off on one, but it just annoys me.
No. I think you're right. And for me, I kind of sit somewhere in the middle, in the respect that they ain't shutting me up, but at the same time, I'm not putting my family at risk. SAFC, Tom, sorry, mate, forgot to mention you.
That's it. We're back on side now.
Claire Bear, thank you, Claire.
I'm sorry.
It's great to see you three together. Don't let it be so long next time. You are all well loved. The idiots are just green-eyed monsters.
I agree.
Thank you, Claire. I'm going to finish this stream with some really, really heartfelt advice and a plea to everyone. I believe tomorrow there's a demonstration in Dover, and I believe that on Sunday there's another demonstration planned in Epping. Please, guys, do what you need to do. If you need to go to these events, it's your right. But please stay the right side of the law. I do not want anyone getting into trouble or getting arrested. Don't give them the excuse to come knocking down your door next week. I genuinely care about our viewers. So if you're going, be gentlemanly, behave, and go home safely to your families.
Richard, one for you, mate. Sophie just texted me. She's obviously watching the stream still. Someone's message saying, who does she contact for the disabled access for September the 13th?
I'll find out.
Okay.
Yeah. Leave that.
Yeah, just keep watching the show, and Richard.
Probably a bit early
and
for
also,
that,
Rich,
I would imagine.
People are asking what your channel is. There's a lot of comments asking what your channel is.
Please go to Counter Media on YouTube, right? So it's Counter Media UK, Counter Media. Get on there, subscribe, like and subscribe. We're sitting at about 5,000 subscribers, just shy of 5,000 subscribers. I want to get it. I want to have that as a massive channel, because, to be honest with you, if I had the resources and the time to do this full time, I'd be putting some mega content out there. And at the minute, I'm juggling between loads of different little bits and pieces I'm doing to survive. So yeah, build that channel up would be the biggest favor anyone can do for me, because if at the end of the day, if we get up to 100,000 subs, it's going to be something that's, you know, that's going to be a viable option for actually, you know, doing it on a more sort of full-time basis. That's what I want to do. So yeah, please build that channel up, guys. That'd be fantastic. Counter Media. Lost your sound, Paul.
Paul, you on mute, mate?
Yeah, you're on mute.
Fino, get me teeth in. Hello, Paul. I'm watching from Brazil. You're brilliant, mate. Please say hello. There you go. Thank you very much for that. Really appreciate it. There was something else on my mind I was going to say, but it's kind of gone. Thank you very much, Paul. Really appreciate it. No, it's completely gone. Let's have a little look. Yeah, oh yeah, that was it. So subscribe to Counter Media, subscribe to Danny in Spain. Please give us a thumbs up before you go to bed. And thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. Danny, any final messages? Oh, I've got one for you here, Danny. Burger bag tomorrow.
Hopefully Sophie's batteries run out on her phone and she won't see that. But listen, I'm going to pop down. I'll look. I might take your video with me and do a bit of a video for the thing. Listen, Paul, you've stitched me up now, so you do know what's coming out tomorrow. Oh God,
I do. Yeah, I do.
It's not a Birkin. It's a Birkin bag, Paul. Birkin.
That's why I said burger bag.
Corrected.
Burger.
Yeah, I'll get you a burger bag.
Get a burger.
Bag.
Yeah, a burger, as in Burger King.
Blimey, she was straight out there, wasn't she?
No messing about.
Did you notice that? I'll tell you what, she's quick, mate. She's quicker than Muhammad Ali. Let me tell you that.
If you and Danny, if you buy that off a lucky man, she'll know because it'll be spelt wrong.
Yeah.
I don't even want to come and stay at house.
Yeah.
Gherkin bag. She'll end up with a gherkin bag.
Yeah, no chance. Says it anyway with this designer clobber.
Yeah, she's saying, Paul, you can't talk with all your designer clobber.
Oh, I know. There you go. Richard, any final thought?
Yeah, well, listen, 12 o'clock tomorrow, Gates of Stormont, demonstration. It's going to be patriots just standing for everything that we all believe in. Peaceful, obviously. It's going to be, allegedly, I'm going to be talking at it. So 12 o'clock, lunchtime tomorrow. Get yourselves to Stormont. If you're in Northern Ireland, you know exactly where that is. It's the main gates facing the Stormont Hotel. And we'll have a good little squad there to make some noise and make some speeches and just get everybody lifted up and everybody getting out and doing what they need to do to save this country.
Right, guys, thank you all so much for joining us. We will be back soon. Have a lovely weekend wherever you are in the world. Stay safe, look after yourselves, and most importantly, as always, look after those beautiful children. We will see you soon. Have a great weekend, everyone. And thank you for joining us, as always. See you later, guys.
See you soon.